welcome back to the channel. Wheelman81 here. I'm changing my brake pads on my Hellcat because I got time attack coming up in 2 weeks, so I'm putting my race brakes in. I thought this would be a cool opportunity to show you why, if you got Brembo brakes on your car, you should not be taking this thing to a shop unless you just have no tools or nowhere to do it. It's very easy. What I'm going to use to do the job, and this is going to be very short, I got a screwdriver to push the brake pads back. I've got a 13mm socket wrench to take out the bolt right here. Got a ball peen hammer. This is a Brembo pin removal tool, but you can use anything that's got about that diameter on the end. This one has a little cup on the end, so it makes it grip the Brembo pin, but whatever. As an example, I use this one for the main pins. I only use this one to get in because it's shorter on the back side. I can get my hammer back in there. So anyhow, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do, there's a bolt back here, 13mm. And I'll do this in real time. Show you how super duper stupidly easy this is. Take that bolt out. One thing I will recommend is take the cap off of your brake fluid reservoir so that when you're pushing the pins back, the fluid doesn't get bound up. Now take your push rod or whatever you've got, a little bit of ball peen hammer action. You're going to push these pins out, top and bottom. There's one at each. Now push this little clip in a little bit to relieve the tension on the pin. You can pull the pin out. Take the clip out. Take the lower pin out. Now this rod, this bar in the middle here, this just comes out. Oh, you may have to work with it a little bit. Give it a tap with a hammer. There you go. There you go. That's out. Now you just got to take your screwdriver or whatever you got, and this is where taking the lid off the reservoir comes in handy. Kind of get it wedged in here. Push the brake pads all the way to the extreme ends. This way you're pushing those pistons back. Now admittedly this is a lot easier because I have fresh street pads in, so I don't have far to push them. You got to give it a little jostle. Brake pads are out. Now the only thing I did in preparation for this was take the tires off the car. It's really that simple. All right, so now I'm going to put on my hawk pads. Installation is reverse of removal, as the instructions typically say. You might be wondering, where's your brake pad grease? I don't use brake pad grease on the track pads. Put your lower pin back in. Give it a little tap. Put this thing back in the middle. Your clip goes over the top of this, if you recall. So you can actually put the bolt in now if you want. Oops. That noise is the garbage truck. He's out there doing his thing. Honestly, getting this screw in is the hardest part. Give it as many ugga-duggas as you feel, well, as you feel comfortable giving it. I don't know what the torque specs are. I typically give it some good and tight. You may want to use your torque specs. You can look those up on the internet if you care. Put this clip back in. This lip at the bottom goes under the rod we put in, the Brembo pin. I got it upside down. There it is. Also, the ears go against the brake pads. Now you're gonna have to push the top pin in, or I mean the top of the clip in, so that you can get the Brembo pin in. There you go. You can give this one a little motivation with your ball peen. Now, where I use this one, this little short guy, now these are good. It's a smaller diameter, so it works good on the back brake pads. The larger diameter works good on the front brake pads because the pins are a little bit different. But I use this short guy to get in here in the back just to seat the pins a tad bit more. And we're done, 5 minutes. And that's with a little bit of intro. So if you've got Brembos with these pins, and the back ones are even faster because they don't have this big bolt in the way. It's literally just the 2 pins. The pads fall out, you put the new pins in, and you're done. So anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. I got a time attack in 2 weeks. I'm a little nervous. It's gonna be my first time doing competitive stuff, so I'll see you then. Take care.